this guy, he converted all these old sharecropper shacks into a hotel. The guy was run by Uncle Billy, or maybe just Billy, but one of my favorite dudes we have talked to.
I think we haven't even begun to scratch the surface. I think we could have done a video that's twice the length of the one we put out of just talking to him.
Mm-hmm.
All-time character.
In the middle of an interview with him, he picks up the phone, and it's this guy, Sims, who used to be Hunter S. Thompson's personal secretary.
Wow.
And then it comes out that he used to hang out with Hunter S. Thompson, too, and one time he flew a pound of pot out to him.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is your captain speaking. Fasten those seatbelts and strap in. We'll get you to those margaritas ASAP.
Hola, bonjour. Ciao belle mesdames et messieurs. Salam and salam.
I don't go on the For You page anymore because I'll see like a murder or some or pretty severe racism or sluts.
Yeah, but the sluts part's not bad.
Yeah, but then it's just like you're getting the AI to take their clothes off, which is a weird precedent.
It is a weird precedent.
It's gotten. I don't even like women, like scantily clad women anymore.
Mm-hmm.
Twitter will just like.
I agreed with you so fast without really taking it.
I think we're about to change. Like people are going to fiend for very
clothed women,
and get off to that.
Is that what like your?
Yeah, if you're seeing
your fetish right now.
Yeah, like super dressed.
If you're seeing like scantily clad women so much, it desensitizes you.
They're doing the AI is doing some fucked up things.
Yeah.
They're making girls like, they're giving them slightly bigger breasts. They're trying to trick the consumer.
Can you just watch AI porn?
Oh, yeah.
There's no laws against that?
Like
I'm
people?
Sure.
I mean, AI porn
There
is probably
has to
more
be.
humane than real porn, you know?
I meant like design.
It's poisoning Memphis.
Oh, yes. Poisoning Memphis, which is the topic of this episode. We're doing another Rediscovering America recap episode. Welcome back to Drop a Pin. And as Nick mentioned, a lot of the like AI supercomputers, data centers are in the Memphis area.
I believe that all their servers, and it's just sucking up all the water and just spitting out straight poison directly into the air and ground.
Is that a metaphor or is that real?
Yeah, I don't know.
I know it's bad for something.
And it uses a lot of water. It uses a lot of energy, which is kind of funny because like Elon Musk kind of first came on the scene where he started Tesla. He started a solar company.
That's right.
He was kind of trying to like help the environment,
humanity,
in a way. And now with Grok, that's probably offsetting all of the help that he has.
But like, so you know how like everybody's like 1 roll of toilet paper takes 2 gallons of water or something like that. What is like one use of ChatGPT? Like how much? Have they made an equivalent?
I don't know that number, but I do know OpenAI is projected to use more energy in the next 5 years than New York City and San Diego combined.
Yeesh.
Okay. Ooh. There has to be a middle ground. Like, how do we use it for good?
So I read Empire of AI. It's a pretty good book, and we're getting so off track already.
No, but
they said that people like Sam Altman and stuff, they brought up like the water issue and the energy issue, and he was like, well, if AI gets good enough, it can tell us how to solve it.
That's fucking ridiculous.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Maybe it should just give correct facts first.
Yeah.
That would be sick.
Oh, yeah.
It's been giving me lousy.
ChatGPT screwed me over on our trip to Minneapolis for sure. When we were with the accordion lady, I was just like spitting all these facts because I was like, teach me everything about accordions and the World of Accordions Museum. And it told me that in their basement, they had this accordion that was like made out of coffins. And they call it the accordion of the dead. And I asked her about that. She was like, we don't have that.
That's not even a mistake. Like that's just a completely fabricated super badass thing.
Yeah.
The accordion
then I tried
of the
to
dead.
see, I was like, oh, the accordion of the dead probably exists somewhere. I couldn't find anything about the accordion of the dead.
Has to. It's like a holy grail. You just
I think that's like a World of Warcraft item.
Yeah.
ChatGPT told you accordion of the dead?
Was in the basement.
And it goes like World of Accordions Museum has all crazy accordions in their basement. They even have the accordion of the dead, which is made out of all like a bunch of old coffins.
She could have been throwing you off the scent.
Yeah, maybe she doesn't want to know.
It pulls largely just from Reddit. So if somebody commented something about accordion and dead, I think it gets his wires crossed and just spits out some shit.
It also told me that the accordion was the first instrument in space, and then she corrected me on that. It was actually the harmonica.
Yeah, that makes more sense.
Yeah, it's a pretty big thing to lug up there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Please don't bring your fucking accordion. We don't have space. We don't have room.
I always put in my prompts now, don't make anything up.
Oh, you can just
use
say
verified sources and don't make anything up. And that
Yeah.
that helps.
Do you use
more.
manners?
that. I do.
Do you use what?
Manners.
I'm very polite.
I do. Nick and I do because we think it'll pay off in the long run.
It's
you're
like
just really
being nice
polite
to
to
the.
it,
It's like
please,
being
and
nice
stuff?
to the kid in high school that you suspect will shoot up the school.
It's exactly like that.
So once it takes over, it's like I remember you. You said good morning.
And I think
to
it'll
me.
give
You're cool. You're cool.
it gives
Fuck you.
lousy facts to people who don't use manners. That's my conspiracy.
Shit.
Yeah, you got to
I
start being
gotta
nice.
stop being an
Fake
asshole.
I send mine memes.
Do you?
Yeah, impact font memes. He loves Bad Luck Brian. He got a kick out of like storms the beaches, but it's Normandy.
What
or
does
like
it
first
say?
on
Like
the beach.
LOL?
He's just
Or-
like, thanks for that one. I needed that.
Do you guys get worried about having an Alexa in your house? Because I've got a couple of those, and some people are like, I don't know, she's constantly spying on you.
I've never
I don't
had
give a shit
one.
about that.
No one wants my info. Like,
Yeah.
I know that's like a bad thing to say, like I got nothing to hide, but I genuinely live a pretty boring life.
Yeah. Oh no, I like Olivia Dean.
Yeah, right. I'm listening to Olivia Dean and I'm searching eBay for Shadowless first edition Pokemon cards.
All right. So that was AI chat. Memphis.
Yes.
Rediscovering Memphis is now out on my YouTube. Our longest episode yet. I think an hour and 30 minutes.
It goes by quick.
Yeah, no, and I think the best ending of any episode we've had yet. We'll talk about
Definitely.
that a little bit later. But first off, what were your impressions of Memphis as a city?
So while a lot of cities have like things to go to, entertainment wise, it didn't have as much as that. This was the best people.
Very friendly people across the board.
I thought everybody was warm and they were so stoked that we were there visiting.
Yeah, because when we announced we were going to Memphis, like 90% of the replies were like, "Oh, you're going to get stabbed. You're going to get shot. Don't be out after 11 p.m." I don't know if we were out after 11 p.m.
We were
but,
sleepy, yeah.
But yeah, we didn't like because isn't there a stat? It's got like the most crime of any major city in the U.S.
Well, we kind of were
Is that-
limited to one tourist street for the whole
Yeah,
trip.
yeah, we weren't diving too deep.
But
But
people say Beale Street's dangerous, but
yeah, for sure. Beale Street is like the most iconic street there. It's kind of like their Bourbon Street, just with a lot less people, at least nowadays.
Yeah, I was saddened by the city. I think it has high potential, and I think it should be a national entertainment hub, and just overall more lively and modern, I guess, modernized in a way that's like more
when you said
conducive
it's
for tourism.
when you said it's the biggest city on the Mississippi, it shocked me.
yeah,
It is by population.
yeah,
It
it's
has
got a
such
lot
a
of potential.
cool history.
I think you can feel if you go there, it's on the precipice of a turn to like be on the upswing.
Now, do you think it's kind of like how
Yeah.
Chicago is, where it's really over exaggerated? Because like you go on Fox News and they act like this is, I mean, Chirac. Like they act like it's the worst place in the world. But we all live here. We know that there's certain pockets for sure that are like that. Maybe those pockets are a little bit more in Memphis. But do you think that plays a role?
Yeah, I think it is
Definitely,
just certain
but-
pockets that probably result in like most of the crime.
But I think Memphis deserves more fun, nice areas like Chicago has.
Yeah, because it does. It has the potential. If they had like 3 times as many people out and about, it would be fun. I feel like when New Orleans goes underwater, all those people will move up to Memphis, and then it will really kick off.
Yeah, because there's very similar cities vibe wise.
Yeah.
Like the people are obsessed with music. The people, it's a slow paced city.
Yeah.
I think
got a cool history.
if you're a southern city, follow the Nashville prototype of just focus on bachelorettes.
Yeah. Not a lot of
That's all you gotta do. Get the pedal shits
Buy 10 of those pedal bikes,
Yeah.
the bars, and then your city's set.
I think like they're the city of soul. Like you can do so much with that. Like that brothel we went to. I think like bars like that are so cool.
Yeah. It's where blues was invented, and it's where rock and roll was invented.
Yeah, it's a city of rock and roll. It's Elvesian. Is that
Yeah, I'd like
I thought
that
blues
it's
was invented
Elvesian.
in,
I like
it's
that.
it's an
Mississippi.
Elvesian
the
place.
Mississippi Delta, but then it like
like Robert Johnson.
Yeah, the
so
crossroads.
that's an hour south. We went there too to Clarksdale, Mississippi. That's where like the first kind of blues songs were made.
My favorite place we've been on a rediscovering.
I loved Clarksdale.
I loved
it was
it. It
Yep.
felt
it was the coolest feel.
frozen in time.
Yeah, and if we didn't mention this in the video, but it's where the movie Sinners takes place. I didn't realize that either.
And it
until we were
really
there.
felt like we were in a movie, not just Sinners. Like those blues clubs were some of the coolest experiences.
They were. Now, we were like we want a really authentic experience. Let's go down to Clarksdale. But it just so happened that Good Morning America was filming in Clarksdale the following morning, which I think attracted a lot of like middle-aged white tourists
Yeah, there
to
was-
go and watch
yeah.
Good Morning America. So we like go into this club. We're like, it's going to be a real like authentic blues club, and it was still probably like 80% white.
Jenna Bush is
Isn't-
there.
Yeah.
We were banking on seeing Morgan Freeman. We were like, when we were at dinner, I was like, we're going to see Morgan Freeman in about 30 minutes when we go to this club.
Yeah,
we
because
thought he
he's
was there.
one of the owners.
Yeah.
And yeah, we talked to the manager of the club, and we were like, have you had any interactions with Freeman? She told us one story. We didn't include it in the video, but the story was just like, yeah, I was just hanging out in the bar. It was kind of off hours. And I walk in, I hear this voice being like, isn't that skirt a little too short or something like that? Like, should you really be wearing that
Oh yeah,
skirt?
yeah.
And she was like, yeah, that was kind of my only interaction with Morgan Freeman.
He
I'm
doesn't-
surprised he said that, though. Doesn't he
I
have
know.
some-
Yeah, I think
Yeah.
he's
He's like, is he Woody Allen-esque?
he got he had some
That's a
allegations against him.
accusation.
Well, no.
Yeah, we're not going to try to get him canceled
No.
on this podcast, but I
No,
think
let's do it if he deserves it.
I think
I mean,
just-
he's like 100.
yeah, I think during the Me Too movement, some people had some
Okay, I thought he-
accusations. But yeah, so this one town, Clarksdale, they've got Ground Zero Blues Club, which was founded by Morgan Freeman because he was like, this is where blues was invented, and there's only like one blues club. So he started that with a buddy, and then they have Reds, which we walked into. They said we absolutely could not film.
We
but-
couldn't even pull out our phones.
Yeah, but that was just like you're in someone's living room, and they have
Just couches, a
It
small
was.
ranch-style bar.
That's sick.
Yeah.
And I always get like pissed when people don't treat us with respect. But then it's like, we're coming in with a big camera crew. Like, I want a place that would hate that.
Yeah. And we're dressed a little off.
Yeah, and we just
they
if
had-
we had given them a heads up, I'm sure
They had the right
I'm
to have
sure.
their guards up.
because we talked to the band. They were like, "Yeah, you can film us," but the owner was like, "Absolutely not." I think it is. Yeah, that was one of like the coolest vibes of a town I've been to, and also the best meal we had all trip too at a place called Hookers.
We went to Hookers after you bumped into some guys juking outside.
Yeah,
On our walk over to Hookers, you veered off because you saw some boys juking.
and I had never seen jukin in the flesh before. Mm-hmm. Jukin is a dance style invented in Memphis.
And how would you describe it?
Imagine
Gangster,
it's like Barry Sanders. Like,
It's a lot
gangster
of
tap dancing.
Yeah, yeah, that's pretty pretty accurate.
Can you pull that up,
accurate.
I want to see that. But before we, like, Sam just pulled up a
J-O-O.
stat.
Yeah.
Violent crime in Memphis down 41% and murders down 26% in
Nice.
2025.
What did they do right?
Murders were down a lot in Chicago too.
Yeah, the lowest that we've had since like 1950 or
People are
something.
crediting the Bears.
It's
Oh.
Yeah, that is exactly
Oh.
gangster
Oh.
tap dancing.
It is gangster tech.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I like it.
How could you not?
It's like the Memphis version of crip walking.
Yeah.
yeah, I love that.
And there are some very well-known musical art. Well, obviously there's tons of famous musical artists from Memphis. I'm talking about more modern artists: 3-6 Mafia, Glorilla.
A lot of rappers.
Is Project Pat a Memphis guy?
Project
Yeah, Project Pat is in 3-6 Mafia.
Oh.
I think, right? Yeah.
Very strange
Yes.
accent though.
Oh yeah.
Memphis man.
Nurse feed.
Music.
Nurse feed.
Music.
Glorilla has a thick one.
Yeah.
I didn't. When I was there, I didn't notice any of them that thick.
No.
No.
So
We gotta-
I mean, I got a little offended. Someone had a comment on our video being like, "Oh, you guys managed to interview every white person in Memphis," which I
We
thought.
didn't know. There's more.
Yeah, and I thought that was actually our most diverse, probably Rediscovering America yet. Like, we're trying here, guys.
And
We've had
that was a comment, really?
Yeah, that was just only one person made that comment.
Okay.
But it was like, listen, we've had Rediscovering America where after we film, we're like, I think every person's white in this video. So,
Yeah.
Yeah, we definitely mixed it up a bit. in
But
this
I don't
one.
know if like, I think it's only white people that are visiting like balls of twine, dude. I think
You were not helping. All right.
yeah, dude. That's pretty white.
Balls of paint, balls of twine, large rocking chair.
I don't
The
know.
privilege involved in being like, you know what?
Accordion
I'm just gonna
museum.
Let's use our vacation
Kermit
time to
the
go see the
Frog
biggest
museum.
fucking yardstick.
And I was surprised. So Brandon at one point was thinking of joining us for a few days, and then we told him where we were going, and he's like, "Yeah, that's the part of Mississippi I don't like love."
He's
but-
anti-Delta.
Yeah, he's anti-Delta. I enjoyed it. I thought it had a cool vibe. We had great weather the day we drove down to the Delta. Beautiful sunset.
Everything felt alien. Like seeing like a cotton field, seeing all these like old like sharecropper houses, and the fact that we were dressed up like according to like that era, it was very easy to kind of like get lost. It was cool.
And I think like I would see him driving around South Carolina too. I think cotton fields are pretty beautiful, and when I see them, I just want to go and play in them. But like,
It's a tough.
yeah,
It's a tough con. It's
a tough look. Like we had this
Roll
one
around in 'em.
beautiful shot that we ended up only using like 2 seconds of it because people are like, might look a little weird. But we were just like walking through the cotton fields as the sun is setting. But
And Corey tried to get us to sing. No, it's not true.
Jesus.
That's not true.
but it's like it's crazy how like charged our history is that, you know, like 100 years later, it still could be problematic to have like white people. I don't know.
Well, it's a major industry.
Yeah,
Yeah.
It's a popular
era.
product.
Yeah, they invented the cotton gin. I think the inventor of the cotton gin lived in my hometown.
Like the one guy,
Massachusetts, at one
everyone, the one inventor we know.
Eli Whitney.
Eli Whitney. Yeah.
Eli
He,
Whitney.
he lived in your town?
Yeah, I think so. I think he may have lived on my street.
What's
at
up
one
with
point.
your fucking street then? Because also when we were in Memphis, we went to the drum shop, and you were like, "I live next to the Zildjians," which is like the
Yes.
biggest cymbal
Zildjian
company on
heiress
earth.
live next to you?
Yes, not like not anymore. My parents moved, but they lived down the street on this cul-de-sac, beautiful house. And yeah, she was one of the heirs to the Zildjian Cymbal Company, which is the oldest company in America. I think.
Company.
They consider it one of the oldest companies in the world or something.
I guess cymbals, if you think about it, pretty primitive.
Okay, so Zildjian isn't the absolute oldest company in the world, but it's one of the oldest continuously operating family businesses and the world's oldest musical instrument manufacturer.
count that.
Founded in 1623 in Istanbul.
Oh,
Yeah, so cymbals come from Turkey. And I brought it up when we were talking to the guy because there was there was a family business started in the 1600s, and then maybe 50 years ago, the two heirs to the company had a falling out. And so one of them went and started Sabian cymbals.
not-
I called it Sibian cymbals in the video.
Shout out Howard Stern.
yeah.
Yeah. And for some reason, he was like, we don't.
He shot it down really
He's like,
quick.
we're like a Zildjian shop. We're not.
Don't talk.
We're not going to talk about Sabian.
And don't talk about the breakup either, even though it's a pretty cool,
Yeah.
I'd imagine, dramatic story.
And that drum shop was awesome. I would kind of, when I was like, we're going to go film at a drum shop that might get a little boring, but shout out Jim Petit. He was the owner of it, super nice guy, gave Kyle a drum lesson, and he gave us a gong chamber experience led by his wife, Nancy.
Which I use regularly. It's on YouTube.
Theirs? You use it to like
the
fall
same
asleep?
woman. I use her gong chamber session on YouTube to relax or fall asleep.
Is it a similar effect as to actually being there?
It wasn't, it's obviously not as good.
Sure.
Not as intense.
That's
But
awesome.
it's nice, yeah.
Yeah, that's great that you got something.
I loved it. I actually, I think I feel like I believe in its therapeutic properties of going to like a sound bath.
Is it one of those like?
She did bowls, but it was a room with gongs, and there was one enormous one, and I stood in front of it, and she hit it, and the way it like the sound, it like you lost every feeling of like where you were. It was like a floating sensation. It was really cool.
Have you ever listened to those spatial audios where it'll like go back and forth of what ear it goes into?
No, I haven't.
And like it's supposed to be for like neurodivergent people that are like autistic or ADHD even. It does. Like I use it and it will it makes you feel like you're in a warm blanket.
That's popped up on my feed. It's like if you have ADD, which I do, this sound will be very soothing to you.
Especially if you're using your headphones or whatever.
Yeah.
It's unreal. Like it's super calming.
Yeah, it's a certain frequency that.
Did you search for any sound baths in Chicago?
So I almost signed up for one.
Oh, yeah.
But I was afraid of like, do I show up and then I'm the only one? Do I want it private? Do I want it with the group? I'm still interested.
I think that's the only sound bath.
There's
done.
margin for error because I found some haunting sound baths on YouTube that just filled me with dread. So whatever she was doing in Memphis was personalized to my tastes.
Yes. And the fart that I let slip was real.
Yeah, we didn't add that in
I got
post.
some people thought that was me.
Oh, okay. Yep. No,
Sorry.
I will.
That was you.
Take the blame for that.
Well,
And that-
you had just had a burger and a shot of 100-year-old grease.
Yeah. So that definitely disrupted our focus for a good minute or two. But
I broke for a lot longer. I had to put my hat over my head. You could see me I'm just jiggling the whole time, like
You were
laughing.
jiggling.
yes. Apologies about that. I think
you were
I
completely
probably
relaxed.
could have held it in, but I was like, for content, I got it bubbling up.
But I'd
I might as well
imagine it
just let
happens all the
loose.
time when people are at their most relaxed state.
Like,
Yeah,
like yoga, it happens all the time.
Yeah.
It does.
Oh yeah, people rip ass in yoga.
Even like hot yoga. 'Cause that would be
I think that's
disgusting.
worse. Like smelling in a shower.
Yeah, right.
So gross.
I'm doing a yoga class with Jenks tomorrow, I think. Actually, might be today. But he wants to. I'm very inflexible, and it causes problems with my knees. So he's going to get me more flexible in 2026, I guess,
That's good.
Via Zoom?
via Zoom.
Oh,
Yeah.
Yeah.
One Zoom yoga lesson a week. I don't know if that'll be enough to make a difference, but we'll
That's
see.
it.
The COVID style.
Yes.
Yeah,
Yep.
right.
Yep. The 100-year-old grease, Dyers Burgers in Memphis. They've been frying their burgers in the same grease for 100 years.
They actually moved locations and they had an armored car bring the grease from the old location to the new one.
it's like that.
Is it like black?
It's in a big like cast iron pan.
Yeah. And
They probably add stuff to it like mole.
No, I don't know if I think so. They do at the end of every day. They'll like filter it, so there's not just like tons of like old 100-year-old burger scraps at the bottom. But yeah, it is that grease. The live chat during the premiere of the video, everybody was like mortified by the fact that we were eating the grease and stuff. They're like, they don't know how bad that is for you. That's straight up poison. They're definitely not the only ones to do that. Like I see clips about places like in Thailand that have been like, using the same kind of like stock for their soup for 100 years.
Oh yeah,
and things
like
that.
just a 100-year-old stew.
Yeah,
There's
yeah.
a bunch of spots like that
perpetual
in
stew.
Japan.
Yeah,
I think that's exactly what they call it.
It's called perpetual stew?
The thing,
Yeah.
it's not like a big vat of 100% 100-year-old grease.
Right, it's
Yeah.
just
So
been
it's new
going.
grease too.
Right. Yeah, they do it in Japan where they have like curry pots that haven't been washed in generations.
This is
They
their
just add
second
new shit
pan.
to it.
They had to. They showed us the old pan. This one's been going for like what 20 years or something. The burger, very good.
Yeah,
It was so good.
we did the first snake draft of a burger.
Yeah, we were passing the burger down. You got to pick your bites.
So yeah, it goes like I had the first bite, then Kyle, then Nick got 2 bites.
Yes,
Except
And
Nick
so-
is gluten free, so he was kind of just.
I was
eating.
going meat and pickle heavy.
Yeah.
More collectives of homies should do that.
You think so?
Pass a cheeseburger.
I mean, I don't know if I could recommend it. That thing was falling
cheeseburger.
apart.
It was
rotation.
liquefied by the end.
Yeah.
But the burger, it was better than Juicy Lucy.
Oh yeah.
Yes.
Yes.
Speaking of the Juicy Lucy, I had one guy, he DM'd me after the Minnesota episode came out, and he was like, I'm from Minnesota. It was so heartwarming to like, you guys like did our state justice. It was nice to see you speaking so kindly of it. And then he listened to our podcast on Minnesota, and he was like, not going to lie, the Minnesota hate kind of stung. I guess we were kind of negative on Minnesota in the
yeah.
recap pod.
Were we?
Yeah, I think
I think we just said it was empty.
He said it was lifeless.
it was lifeless, and then you were saying, you were like, everybody there, like, seemed nice but wasn't really nice. I thought the people were
I
nice
did say
enough.
that.
Yeah.
We had the sample size of 3.
Yeah.
Yeah. I had a fine time in Minneapolis.
Yes, I'd go back.
Same.
Yeah, it was a dead downtown. I think there are pockets of the city that
The meat raffle was
do
a
get
collection
jumping.
of some of the nicest down to earth people. Mm-hmm. Good.
That's
good-
true.
Good
Yeah.
time.
no complaints with the meat raffle crowd. It was just nice to see how excited they would get. You know, sometimes you got to focus on the simple things in life. I put down jotted a few notes about the Memphis trip. I believe. Where did we?
We stayed in a train station.
Oh yes, I brought that up. So we were giving our one of our producers, Dags, a lot of shit. Yeah, no, I actually thought that hotel was cool. It was their old like central train station that had been converted into a hotel.
But it was still an active train station,
Yeah, and then
which was
underneath
weird
it-
because
yes.
I went down too far. I hit I woke up in the morning, went down to floor 1, which I thought would be the lobby, and I was just in a fucking train station. I didn't know it was still an active train station. There was like a dude sleeping on the bench. I was like, fuck.
Yeah.
Was it loud as
cool.
shit at night?
No,
It was an
wasn't bad.
Amtrak station, I believe, so it wasn't
Yeah.
constant.
and it was like we were up high in the rooms. The trains were way down below in the basement. But no, we were mainly giving them shit because then like we went to a place called the Peabody Hotel, which might be one of the most like iconic hotels in the South. It's been around for a while. It's a very fancy 5-star, and it's where they do the Peabody Ducks ceremony every day. They march ducks from the roof to the elevator, down the elevator, through the lobby, and into a fountain in the lobby. And then just ducks hang out in the lobby until 5 p.m., and then they march them back up to their duck castle on the roof.
That's sick.
It's sick.
Yeah, it's a
duck
very...
castle sounds awesome.
And you think it would be like an obscure kind of weird thing. When we went, there were hundreds of people watching.
From
Yeah.
all over the country.
Yeah.
And globe.
And there's one guy, it's his job. He's the duck master. He's the one who
Fantastic title.
leads the ducks. I wonder if I have my duck stick in here. Remember that duck cane I had in here?
That's been popular around the office. I've just been seeing people walking
I
around
need to
with
find
it.
that again because that's like the coolest gift I've ever received. We
Yes.
all got our own duck canes. So he's the duck master, and every once in a while they make people honorary duck masters. Now, a lot of the times these are like it's kids with cancer or something like that.
It's either kids with cancer or like Neil Diamond.
yeah,
So it's like no in between.
Oprah Winfrey.
Yeah, right.
Oprah Winfrey.
Well, that one makes sense.
We were outliers.
And we were like, we might as well just ask if we can be duck masters. And they were like, yeah, for sure. And this guy, we didn't include in the video, but he talked us up. Like he said that we were a TV show with millions of views.
Yeah, he just lied to the people. But I appreciated it greatly because
Yeah.
then it was like really amped up. Maybe he said that because like if it was just like YouTubers, people would be like, man, we flew out to Memphis and it's fucking these guys are walking it out.
Yeah.
But there's truth to that. You guys do have millions of views.
yeah.
Combined.
Yeah.
You you
Yeah,
definitely
fair. It's fair. Okay.
Combined bodies of work and
Yeah. But he was like, every once in a while we come across individuals that, and he like,
Hell yeah.
what was the quote he said?
He made me feel like a superstar.
He's like individuals that are so like, can you actually play the video? I don't know
so
if sound would come out.
perfect.
Yeah.
it gave me a big fucking ego.
Yeah.
I was
like,
walking
so
different. I was an
unique.
asshole
Yeah,
Yeah,
afterward.
no pictures.
So
Yeah, look, I was soaking that in. I was like,
Wait, he said shine bright and what?
Every once in a while, you cross paths with individuals that shine bright,
And,
and then
he said something after that.
My
but
wig was broken too.
That was
Somebody broke my wig.
That's an insane
yeah.
wig.
We
Just bouncing around.
But yeah, so we gave Dag shit because we were talking to the manager of the hotel, and she was like, "Oh, you guys should have stayed here. We would have hooked it up.
Yeah.
Like we would have given you guys like A-class treatment."
that would have been nice.
It would have been nice, but our hotel that he got us was very
Yeah.
nice, but it was fun to shit on him.
Yeah, and then the other thing is we also could have stayed in the Bass Pro Shop Pyramid, which I would have loved, but I guess we needed 6 rooms. They only had 5. Fasoli could have bunked up with someone maybe.
Yeah, definitely. I would have taken him in. Bass Pro Shop's pyramid was it was fine.
I needed to go. At first, there was talk being like, "Let's not even go. It's played out. Everybody does something about the Bass Pro Shop Pyramid." But I was like, I need to at least see it. I need.
That
to
was a
be
personal
inside.
milestone for you.
Yeah, I just wanted to see if it like lived up to the hype. I mean, it looks cool. It's the largest pyramid in the U.S.
Yeah.
What was it before it was Bass Pro?
The Grizzlies played there.
Yes.
That's the thing.
Yeah.
Really?
Yes.
I believe so.
I wrote down a
See, if
fact
that
about
was just like the Memphis pyramid and you didn't see like a brand logo, it
Yeah.
would be so much cooler, I think.
Be like the arch.
Yeah, it would. And like,
Yeah.
I think that would make like going to watch a Grizzlies game in the pyramid would be sick.
It'd be
Yeah.
awesome. Yeah.
But I think it had like
So,
leaking issues.
It said when the Grizzlies were playing there, it had poor acoustics and sight lines, limiting its long-term success as an arena. Because the Grizzlies would play there, and then they would have a lot of concerts. But like the acoustics for the concerts sucked. Shout out Matt Burdine. He runs
yeah.
Mississippi River Expeditions, and he took us on a canoe trip across the Mississippi. He had seen the Grateful Dead perform at the pyramid,
That would be a cool experience.
and maybe Widespread Panic at the pyramid too. at one
Wouldn't be
point.
shocked. Yeah.
Yeah, and he was an old friend with Ben Mintz. He grew up on the Delta, and his farm was directly next to Ben Mintz's family farm. So they've like known each other their whole lives. He was an interesting cat. He went to Ole Miss as well. Was going to go into finance and maybe even like worked on Wall Street for
He
a
did.
bit.
Yeah, I
He's
think
a
he's a
big
pretty brilliant
banker.
guy.
And then had like a transcendental experience, maybe at a Widespread Panic show.
Well, yeah.
And just reevaluated his whole life and was like, I'm just going to be a river guide.
He said the Mississippi River called him the mother
Yeah.
Mississippi
Yeah.
River.
Great guy. He was a little Mincian. Like you could tell he's from that universe.
I don't know, dude.
You can't say somebody used to be a Wall Street banker than Mincian.
He's
he's
I mean,
he's Mincian.
He
both
takes
loved
life easy.
widespread- They both loved
Yeah.
Widespread Panic.
Yeah, I mean, well, Mincian isn't necessarily negative.
But he had a very kind of like deep spiritual view on life.
He did.
And like when we asked him about the blues, Sam, you don't need to play it now, but include the clip in the video. He gave like the most poetic explanation of the blues I've ever heard.
And blues is a music that made people who are going through something so painful, so unimaginable, feel good every now and then. So it's not, blues isn't just some sad song that, you know, somebody's playing. It makes you feel good. It affirms, you know, sufferance. That on those nights, those Saturday nights, you know, you could hear music all across, you know, back there, and playing these loud guitars, just the acoustic blues all throughout, you know, the Delta.
Where I don't know, if you asked Mintz to like, hey, explain to me the history of the blues in the Mississippi Delta, I don't know what you're going to get.
Oh, it was rocking.
Mincian in the sense that he lived life to the fullest and how he wanted to, except in his case, it requires lots of hard work.
Yeah, Mincy is not going to be running a river expedition company. Yeah, no, but if you're ever in Mississippi, book a trip with him. He leads like 3-day trips down the Mississippi where you can stay on islands and go like camping.
Public
build a fire.
land, and you sleep on just these deserted
Yeah.
islands in the middle of the river.
They're
And he
kind
said
of just like
things-
giant sandbars.
Yeah, and he said things get weird, like
Yeah.
extraterrestrial or supernatural.
Yes. He said like when you're on the river, time doesn't exist or you're in a different time zone.
I'd love that when somebody really loves where they're at in life. That's fucking awesome. Like
Yes.
if you're not making a bunch of money or whatever, but you're just happy with what you're doing,
Yeah,
that's so enviable.
Oh yeah,
agreed. I've heard crazy things about like the effects of like sailing or paddling down bodies of water for an extended period of time. You feel it's not all good. I guess you feel periods of extreme boredom, periods of extreme fear sometimes, but periods of extreme euphoria, which you can't get from anything else.
The whole scope of human emotion.
yeah.
really.
And he paddled the whole Mississippi. No,
Yeah. It took him 6 months and he was solo.
Damn.
So he did it completely alone. I'm sure he met people along the way, but sometimes he would just camp solo on islands. And you're going with the current. So if you go down the Mississippi, it takes forever, but it's probably not like super grueling.
I thought this was grueling to get across the river.
Okay.
Yeah,
I was exhausted.
You were lily dipping.
I wasn't lily dipping. My paddle was sopping.
I was slacking.
Yeah, you and Fasoli.
Solely had a dry paddle.
I wanted to bring this up. Yeah, it's very important to learn how to be bored. Like, because like in this day and age, when you have a phone now, if I'm not doing anything for a second, I'm just going to pick up my phone and scroll something. And I always need that dopamine hit. I know you tried to go on a dopamine cleanse at one point, and now I'm starting to be like, do I need a dopamine cleanse? Because like, I'm constantly doing something, and like I'll be on my phone until it's time to go to bed, and then I take out a Kindle, and I'm still looking at a screen and reading to help me fall asleep. but I'm just kind of like locked in. And it's tough now when I'm like, I got a couple hours with my baby, and during those 2 hours, at times I'll be like tempted to just quickly pick up my phone
Take
for a
a
quick
peek.
dopamine hit and put
See
it
if
down.
Mincy went to a steak dinner.
Yes, dude. Yeah.
I was saying, like, boredom for me now is like sitting through a mediocre movie.
And it's still some
Like,
sort
oh,
of stimulus.
I just survived 2 hours of boredom.
And that's good. Like,
No, it's not.
But no, I'm saying I'll have trouble watching a movie now without also having my phone out. I think it is good if you put on a show or like a movie, even just to put your phone down and just focus on that.
I can't watch a movie
Yeah.
without doing a fucking crossword. I'm like
It's
back
where
and
it's
forth
bad.
the whole time.
It's
I've given
bad.
up on movies.
Yeah,
I'm
you're
just
too
done
far
with them.
gone.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm done with movies, and I think I'm done with TV too.
So
I
what do
just
you do?
don't watch them. I read all the time, and I watch one show a day.
Okay,
Love
All right,
Island.
Okay.
that's
Oh,
a good,
so you're
that's
doing
a
a
good
show.
one to choose.
That's the only show I pick, and it's because I like to smoke at night, and if I'm watching
Same.
like Severance, I can't talk to my spouse because you have to be kind of locked in when you're watching a show like that. But Love Island could be like, look at this fucking bitch.
Yeah,
this dude's a douchebag.
therapeutic.
And I could talk the whole time, and she doesn't
is
give a
fun.
shit.
That is fun. I read about boredom and how that's how cavemen survived.
What do you mean?
When you're bored, you naturally come up with ideas and ways to be productive and innovative.
You remember that show I told you about? I think I sent it to you, Happy People?
Yeah,
Like
that guy was he was
Yeah.
to the
And-
extreme.
He lives in like northern Siberia, and he basically said the same thing. Like there is no such thing as boredom because I always have something to do, and when the sun goes down, so do I. When the sun comes up, so do I. I was like, that is so awesome to do that.
I mean,
It
that's what
is.
humans used to
It
have
is
to do.
enviable.
So do you think if like we're in our job, we're struggling with an idea, we should just get bored?
That's what I still haven't practiced it yet.
Okay.
But I think if you had nothing to do, think about it for like 12 hours, like you're going to start naturally thinking of creative ideas.
So yeah, I usually will walk to work, and it's about 20 minutes, and I've kind of stopped having my headphones in. Well, I'll just
Nice.
have like pure quiet on that 20-minute walk, and sometimes I'll get a good idea on that walk.
Yep.
I bet there's money to be made in like boredom retreats.
Well, they do silent retreats. I have a friend who did
A
it.
silent retreat?
Yeah, and you're not allowed to have your phone either, I don't think. And yeah, I think he did a 10-day one, which is crazy.
10 days of silence.
10 days, yeah. I would be down to try a 2-day one, but yeah, and you're in a place with about like 8 other people, and so you're like seeing them, and during the day you walk up and get your food and everything, but you're not talking to them or anything.
I think I could do it.
Man.
Yeah, you think?
Yeah.
I would prefer not to talk to them.
No,
I
no,
don't want to
yeah.
talk to other
Strangers.
dudes who go on retreats.
Yes. The one bit that we didn't do down there, which I thought would have been hilarious, is you guys had to record an episode of Anus on the Road. And we were thinking of renting out a studio at Sun Studios, which is the birthplace of rock and roll. I think it's where Elvis recorded like all of his hits and stuff. And we actually reached out to them because it's now open to the public. It's still a fully functioning recording studio. And we were going to rent like a studio where Elvis recorded his hits, and they were just going to do an episode of Anus there.
Who the fuck do we think we are to record? Has to record Anus
Yeah.
in where Elvis recorded?
I think they would have let us because I made
Well,
sure
that place
that
looks awesome. It looks cool.
I made sure that Maresh didn't say it was for a podcast. But I think they were onto us. I don't know.
Probably.
A very popular spot. Yeah, it's where I think Matthew Brodine said blues had a baby and they named it rock and roll. Or something
I think he
like
did
that.
say that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm not even going to try to kind of repeat what he said about the birth of blues, but it was kind of like, a combination of the like Native American culture down there, the African American culture down there, a little bit of the country music style. I don't even know if they had country music back then, but
Folk, maybe. I don't.
folk, it all kind of blended together, and it's about taking something like so sad and so painful and turning it into something beautiful. Something along those lines is what he was
It was
saying.
powerful for sure.
It was.
We need to talk about Earnestine and Hazel's though.
Yes. Earnestine and Hazel's. Like, that's the cool thing about Memphis. Every place has a lot of history. We went to Earnestine and Hazel's. It's where
Ray Charles had a room.
Ray Charles, right? Yeah. It's
Yeah,
where
Ray Charles.
Ray Charles just lived there for a bit. They still have the piano he used upstairs.
And it's just like open, like it's a bar. So like Donnie was playing on the piano, right?
Yeah. He said you're allowed to use the piano if you want. And after it was kind of like an inn where Ray Charles lived, it became a brothel. And a few of the hookers were murdered. So now it's on all these lists of like most haunted places in the U.S.
It was featured on a show called like Portals to Hell.
Portals to hell. And we were there just talking to one of the bartenders, and there was like a lady who came in, and she was like, yeah, I saw this on the show Portals to Hell, and I'm just like, have a thing for ghosts. So I'm just here. And we're like, well, do you want to go on a ghost hunt with us up in the attic? And so we walked around looking for any signs of like a dead hooker trying to communicate with us.
Here, hooker.
That did not happen. But we found a number on the wall that said, call this number for a good gay time. And we're like, okay, we're kind of striking out content-wise, not finding any ghosts. Let's give it a ring and see what happens. And Mohammed picked up.
Unbelievable.
This guy picks up, very cordial. And we're like, yeah, we just saw your number here. It says call for a good gay time. He was like, I don't even know if I've been to Earnestine and Hazel's. I don't even live in Memphis anymore. And I'm very, very straight.
Yeah,
but
double very.
I did say that. Yeah.
Yeah.
There was like 3.5 minutes of back and forth until he was like, wait, who is this?
Yes. Yep. And then, he learned our names, and then we learned his name and the fact that he had just moved from Memphis to Chicago. And so we're like, we live in Chicago. We work for Barstool. He seemed to, I don't think he's like a big stoolie per se, but he got very excited when we said Barstool Sports. He had definitely heard of it. So we were like, dude, we should meet up in Chicago at some point. And then after we like filmed the rest of the days in Memphis, we were like, we need a good finale for this episode. We don't have one scene that would work as the endings. We were like, what if it's just a meetup with Mohammed to have a good gay time? And he was 100% on board. He's also a musician. He's a violinist and a rapper.
Yeah.
You can find him. He goes by Esmod, and I think his socials are like sapphire.esmod.
ESMOD.
How did you guys get him to stay on the phone? There's zero chance.
That's the thing.
I'm picking
Instant
up
hang-ups.
two.
He was just cool.
That's crazy.
And then we met up with him in person. He showed up. We did an interview with him, and then he like played a song for The Office. I think you and Sam were traveling that day.
No, I was there. I was here.
Oh yeah, when he was playing
Yeah,
that?
the guy that played over.
Yeah. So that was kind of like, I would love to keep doing that with people, like have Barstool's version of Tiny Desk.
I actually
big
pitched
court.
that, and they said no. I wanted it to do Tiny Stool,
Okay.
Yeah, that makes sense.
where
What was-
the musician just sits on a stool and
real
plays
little
their
one.
song. And they were like, there's so many copyright issues that we would come across. We'd have to get permission from like the record company and all that shit.
I think the workaround is you have to go for very like unsigned artists who are like just getting their start. Because then it's just a matter of them signing like a release.
It was them. Like that's who. I mean, and we're not going to get Bruce Springsteen in here, but even smaller ones. Like I have a couple friends that are in like the country music scene that are like Tyler Childers-esque, and they're like, nah, can't do that.
I'm sure we could find a way to do it. If NPR can do it, we can do it. I don't know. I don't know.
The same reputation.
But we've met a lot of people on these trips. Mohammed probably was one of the most friendly guys ever.
Friendly and like we meet a lot of weird people. He's not at all. Like he was just a regular
so
cool guy.
normal.
And he was like a slice of like all of us kind of like, cuz he liked Pokemon.
He had two
was obsessed. He had
cats.
2 cats and into like rap and stuff. So
Yes. Yeah. I'm a big rap guy. I told him, I was like, yo, I make music too. We might do a collab.
no way.
And everybody in the chat when like he appeared in The Office was like, hire Mo. People have been hired at this company for far less.
That's true.
And he actually went to school for like
Audio production.
yeah, audio production, and especially live audio production. If there's one thing Barstool needs help with, it's audio for live events. So I was like, I'll definitely put in a word with the production team, because it's like sometimes we hire people before we even like know like what they will do at the company. If he actually had a behind the scenes role and then could occasionally pop in content, like I feel like that would work out. So
Yeah.
it's worth asking about. we have a lot of Barstool like Francis's. We've got, what are some other names? We have a lot of.
There's a lot of Nicks.
There's a lot of Nicks. He would be the first Barstool Mohammed.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah. So we'll see what happens with that. But regardless, he's a great guy.
The handle Stool Mo is cool too.
Stool Mo. Barstool Mo. But we asked him, we were like, should we call you
We
Mo?
had a Barstool Mo before.
Oh, yeah,
yeah.
my God.
That
Early
was
on.
Maurice. Yes. We asked him though, should we call you Mo or Mohammed? I think he preferred Mohammed.
Yeah.
But definitely follow him on social media. He was like us in some ways, but very unlike us in some other ways. He said he didn't really start listening to music till what, he was like 14 or 13.
He was like junior in high school or something.
I think he was raised in a traditional Muslim household, and they don't think they do a lot of like mainstream music, at least.
Yeah, his parents at least were born and raised in Ethiopia, and I don't know if he was born in Ethiopia or born here, but he grew up in Georgia, then like lived in Memphis for a while and moved up here. Because he's a musician, but I was like, oh, did you kind of like, did the music of Memphis inspire you? And he was like, it kind of like inspired me to make my own music, but my music has nothing in common with Memphis music at all. He kind of, I would call him a conscious rapper, where it's kind of like Memphis rap has its own style that I wouldn't really call conscious rap. But great dude. Shout out Mo.
Yeah, that was a really cool ending of the way it went like full circle, and it was just all by happenstance.
I mean, yeah. Have you guys ever even like called a random number on the wall before?
Like, it has to have the worst. It has to have the worst and most heinous success rate.
Like most heinous, like it's usually just results in like some sort of sick prank.
Like a number on the wall, and like pranks aside, like if that meeting works out, it's nothing good is gonna happen.
Oh yes, yeah. Okay, yeah. Like maybe you actually.
Maybe
meet
I'm
up with someone.
naive. Like maybe that's like.
Is that how people meet nowadays?
I think 90% of the time the person doesn't pick up, or they pick up and it's like, okay, boom, click.
Is Illinois a one-party or two-party consent state? Because I feel like that would be a good series.
Going around.
Just go into different bars.
Two, and we said he's live to tape before we edited that out.
Yeah.
That would be a great series. Just going to different dive bars and finding numbers and see who picks up. Yeah.
No, I think we're two.
I like that idea a lot. Also, we got to bring up the Shack Up Inn.
Oh my God, yeah.
You can bring up a photo of it just to see. It's this guy. He converted all these old sharecropper shacks into a hotel, and we were planning on actually staying there that night. I really wanted to, but we ended up having a super early flight the following morning, so we just went and filmed there and then left.
Because we were like, what, an hour or some from the airport?
Yeah, maybe an hour and a half.
Yeah.
But the guy, it was run by Uncle Billy, or maybe just Billy, but one of my favorite dudes we have talked to.
I think we haven't even begun to scratch the surface. I think we could have done a video that's twice the length of the one we put out of just talking to him.
All-time character.
Everything he said was gold. And in the middle of an interview with him, he picks up the phone, and it's this guy, Sims, who used to be Hunter S. Thompson's personal secretary.
Wow.
And then it comes out that he used to hang out with Hunter S. Thompson, too. And one time he flew a pound of pot out to him from Mississippi to Colorado. That's probably when Hunter was living in Aspen. And had done a line of cocaine with Hunter S. Thompson, which is pretty cool. And then ended up doing a hard time, I think, for trafficking marijuana.
Yeah.
He did, yeah.
Yeah.
Sims.
But then I don't know how how did he wind up doing this?
I think that's a calling. Kinda
Yeah.
like being on the Mississippi. Like you were
He said
called
he was
to be
buying
the Shack Inn.
He was buying. These are real sharecropper shacks.
And he would have them moved in. Like you could
Yes.
just buy a shack and then have it just like moved in on a
Sent to him.
truck.
That would be a cool place if I would love to go play guitar on one of those porches.
He said the
And they
acoustics are
offer
incredible.
that.
They offer that in the lobby of the place. They have like 20 acoustic guitars.
Oh, you don't even have to bring your
No,
own?
you just
don't
grab
have to
one
bring
and take it to your
You can
room.
just take a guitar and then play it on the front porch.
Like good quality guitars? Or they?
They're pretty beat up, like classical, what you'd expect, like but it fits the vibe.
No, I think the beat up guitar is cool. I
Yeah.
wouldn't want like a mahogany Taylor or
Yeah,
anything
no,
like
no.
that.
It fits the
and
vibe
this
for
place attracts heaps of Australians and international tourists. Because I learned that a lot of international tourists want to experience like the most American version of America, which is like Southern Americana. They want the drawls, the Southern drawls. They want to experience to the fullest, and that would be like Mississippi.
That kind of makes sense. Like there's European equivalents to like Chicago or
Exactly.
Boston.
No, there's not European equivalents to Chicago.
But like
For sure not.
No?
I would say Chicago is the most American
I feel like it
city
kind
we
of
have.
feels
European, no.
like
I mean,
British
the old
in some ways.
architecture,
Yeah, the
like that's
architecture.
unique.
No, I mean, Chicago's the first place to ever get skyscrapers. So even the skyscrapers we have, like you don't see anything like that in Europe, really. Like, even like the really old ones. I'm just going off like from what I've heard from like Europeans. They're like Chicago feels like the most American.
Okay.
It and then I've heard some people say that Boston feels like the most European city, and where it's not like on a grid, all the streets are really haphazard and stuff like that. But I think something about Chicago Europe is starting to change. They used to have very strict rules that buildings couldn't be above like a certain height. So it was kind of just like London had some really tall buildings and maybe like Frankfurt, but other than that, like no one had any. That's starting to change. Like now in Paris, I didn't know about it, but like if you go I went on a Ferris wheel in Paris, I looked over and they have like a big central business district with tall buildings. I don't think people really hang out there, but they do have an area that kind of looks like an American city.
Is there any large European cities that you know of that are on a grid system like Chicago is? Or is it because like we didn't
I think it's
developed like way later?
Yeah, and like Chicago's so well planned because it burned
It got to
down
restart,
completely in the
yeah.
1800s, so they just planned it from scratch. And then, yeah, so I do know Chicago's a really popular spot for like European, Australian tourists. But I mean, New York as well, but New York, I guess, I would say Chicago is more quintessentially American than New York, just because New York is just like a world city.
Yeah.
Almost.
That's
Well, like
fair
all
to say.
all major cities, you know, feel familiar to other foreign cities in some way. But if you go down to like Mississippi, like that's something very unique to America.
For sure. I mean, it was unique to me. I had never really been to that part of the country. I was, I don't know. It was a cool vibe. I think they called it, as the sun was going down, like we met up with Matthew Burdine again. He was like, it's magic hour in the Delta. Matthew Burdine had the best voice.
Yeah, he was like molasses, dude. But it was like
yeah.
he had a big mustache. He was wearing not a cowboy hat, but a big hat, and he spoke in parable. So it was
We were going to have him narrate the entire episode.
Yeah.
We didn't have time.
great guy.
That guy Sims too, who used to be Hunter S. Thompson's personal secretary, just like Ben Mintz, did a good 10 years at Ole Miss.
Yeah, he did.
He did the 10-year
yeah,
plan.
he did. No degree though. I think Mitzi got his.
Mincy did get his. Kudos to Mincy. I wonder what that was like, because yeah, he took a few years off to go play online poker, but I don't know. I can't imagine Mincy in like a class, like
I bet he crushed the math.
handing
though.
in.
Yeah, he probably.
Oh
crushed
yeah.
it. I don't even know what his degree's in.
It's,
Oh,
I don't know.
Probably. Do you know?
I don't know.
I think it's probably in broadcasting or
Type
something.
of
Sports.
Probably. I don't know. Who knows?
Because he was on
journalism.
the radio in Mississippi before, right?
could be
Yeah.
broadcasting communications.
Shreveport. I think so. ESPN Shreveport. Something like that. But yeah, Mintz was the guy who put us in touch with Burdine, not the Shack Up Inn. I think it is a quintessential experience if you're in the Memphis area. Do a night at the Shack Up Inn and say what's up to Billy for us.
And like you look at that and you're like, oh,
How
that
much
must
is it?
be shitty.
Cheap.
It is really nice on the inside.
Good
It's
interior.
like if you look at the lobby area, it is the live music they have. It is so cool, and it's legitimately nice. I
you
would
look
not
up-
feel grossed out staying there. We've stayed in worse places.
And
Significantly.
They throw down too.
That looks awesome. Sam, can you pull it up how much it is to book?
I was looking it up when we were going to stay there. It's very cheap. They have a range, so like different shacks are different prices, but you can get them for like, I think the cheapest shack is maybe like $80 a night.
Oh, 85, yeah.
Okay,
Must be
nice.
25 or older, drunken frat boys. Oh, stay away. Or is that two separate sentiments?
I like that.
Yeah, drunken frat boys stay away.
Get out of here.
Yeah. That dude also had an opium pillow.
Oh, that was the hardest I laughed on the trip.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He had a Chinese wooden boy, scantily clad, and it was used as a pillow in opium dens in China. I think he had picked it up at some sort of antique show or
A
something.
wooden pillow?
Yeah.
That's what they used.
Hard
I
to
think
the
they
head,
they
yeah.
might put something soft on top of it in the actual Chinese opium dens, which don't exist anymore. Opium is gone from China, as far as I saw. But yeah, he had an old. I search opium den pillow. I want to see if like all of them are wood.
And boys.
Yes.
It was a boy on all fours, and I don't think he was scantily clad. I don't think he was clad.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, that's what it was
Yeah.
like.
It was exactly like the wooden one over to the right. So I
How
guess
tall is it? Like 6 inches or something?
yeah, maybe like
a little
foot.
bit.
Geez, so I guess all opium den pillows are wood and are all boys.
Yeah, it looks like toddlers.
I wonder why.
More so than boys. It
Yes,
looks like
yes.
toddlers.
Yeah.
Yep. I wonder why too. I mean, I don't know.
Is it a safety thing to keep your head elevated on opium, and then could
Yeah.
you suffocate on a actual pillow?
I thought it was more of a prop that was jokingly or humorously referred to as a pillow because somebody high would
No.
sleep on anything.
Oh.
No, I think it's an actual pillow. But Sam, do you mind googling why are opium den pillows
Hard.
made out of wooden boys?
Yeah. I don't know.
Made out of wooden boys.
I don't know which question to ask first. Why are they wooden or why are they boys?
Speaking of boys, I'm going to ask this to Chaps. Who's a famous person who's known for taking advantage of boys that is from Memphis?
Jeffrey Dahmer. Oh, no. He's from Chicago.
He never murdered any boys. He just
Like taking advantage?
Boys and girls.
okay, yeah.
He's a foot guy.
Jerry?
No.
Jesus.
He's still alive.
Is a foot guy?
He used to-
Rex Ryan?
No. He used to work in children's media.
Oh, not Mr. Rogers.
No, God, no.
Still
Bite
alive.
your tongue.
Oh, is it Blippy?
No,
Think
no.
blimps.
Think Blimps.
I got it.
Think
You got it?
Blimps.
Yeah.
Who is
it?
Yeah.
Dan Schneider?
It's Dan Schneider.
Dan
the
Schneider.
Nickelodeon producer that
Yep.
was a foot fetishist,
Oh, I didn't know that.
I believe.
Yeah, they released a big documentary on him, right? What, I don't know what was it called? Surviving Dan. I don't know.
I don't know.
Something.
But yeah, so you dropped a Dan. I don't think many people caught the reference, but when we were at the famous burger shop, you're like, yeah, you must have like really famous people from Memphis coming here.
Yes, we have had a lot of famous people come through enjoying our cheeseburgers.
Memphis legends, Justin Timberlake, Dan Schneider.
Yes, absolutely.
I brought up Justin Timberlake a few times.
Yeah.
People seem to be out on Timberlake down there.
Really?
Yeah, because I remember somebody saying like, "Oh yeah, he left us."
They don't really like see him as an icon to the city.
Turned his back on Memphis?
Like I don't know. It might have just been one person.
He
Yeah.
definitely doesn't have Memphis vibes.
No,
No.
he doesn't.
No.
I don't even know what Memphis vibes really are. But he he was one of the first people that came to your mind when we were like, who are famous people?
Schneider or Timberlake?
Timberlake.
Yeah, oh yeah. Okay, yeah.
Okay, so he must at least talk about Memphis a lot.
I'm a boy. I like 2000s boy bands.
Same.
Okay.
Yeah.
What's your favorite song by Instinct?
I like the one Chris Kirkpatrick sings. This I promise. What's
Yeah,
the
that-
Chris Kirkpatrick one?
think
They have their best song is their Christmas song actually. Merry Christmas.
that is
I like
good.
Gone a lot.
I was more a Backstreet Boys guy.
Oh.
All right, so Sam found the answer. Reasons for hard pillows. In hot Chinese climates, the cool surface of a ceramic or wooden pillow helps to lower the body temperature, which is believed good for health. Maintain hairstyles. They had elaborate hairstyles, a firm headrest, which supported the neck rather than the back of the head. Helped to preserve the hairstyle overnight. Security. Many hard pillows were hollow with a small opening, so users could store their valuables inside the pillow. And health beliefs, traditional Chinese medicine often promoted hard pillows for medical or prophylactic purposes.
Prophylactic.
Such as brightening the eyes or improving blood flow.
Yeah, I'll stick with the soft.
Okay, I don't know. My soft pillows.
My neck hurts sometimes.
I'm getting kind of sick of my soft pillows.
Okay.
Sleep on a boy.
Sleep on a wooden boy then. Tell me how it goes.
Yeah. So.
But why boy?
Warm water and wooden boys. That's
why not just wood?
Chinese medicine does.
Yeah, just make it just make it a wood square.
I don't know. It works out. They've got the little arch.
Oh,
on
the
their
boy
back.
shape was a common motif used to symbolize a wish for happy marriage and many sons.
They love their sons in China.
Mm-hmm.
So, that checks out. Well, boys, you got any last thoughts on Memphis?
Gets a bad rep. Go check it out. I think you'll change your mind.
It is actually. I always found it funny that the Grizzlies moved from Vancouver, which everyone's like, oh, it's the nicest city ever. It's so beautiful. It gets ranked like the most livable cities in the world or something like that. Very expensive, and then they moved to Memphis.
Right? Yeah, it's a night and day difference, but I think you got to give it. I think you got to give it a chance.
Definitely.
The issue is like, could you do a week vacation in Memphis?
No, but you could, you could start
weekend.
in Memphis, cruise to the Delta, and then make it to Nashville. Unless I think that's probably the opposite direction.
Yeah, maybe NOLA.
You'd want to go to Nashville. Yeah, or just a fly into Nashville and then drive to Memphis.
If you want that same vibe, you could do that and then go to Mobile. Mobile has that.
I'd imagine it's similar.
Yeah, and you can kind of just follow the river down.
Mm-hmm.
So do it.
Bayou
What's up?
Bayou La Battery.
What is that?
It's another Delta type place that has like some of the best shrimp in the world. It's where Bubba's from, actually.
That's where Bubba's from. No kidding.
Bayou La Battery.
Shrimp and grits done well is like
That's so good.
Top tier breakfast.
incredible.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I
Oh, we didn't even talk about the food. Really?
No, we didn't.
We had good barbecue.
Do they
Yeah.
use white?
didn't
Is
like
that white
You know,
sauce?
I thought it was fine. No, that's Alabama barbecue.
They do
Yeah.
barbecue spaghetti.
Yes, that was very unique. My first time having barbecue
Yeah.
spaghetti. It was fine.
It's fine.
It was cool.
Still with ground beef and stuff in it, or?
I think so. They kind of will mix the barbecue sauce into it, and they'll have some like pork or beef in it. That was good. The other food that they're kind of known for, I don't know. We had the Dyers Burgers.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, they do. That's like a really heated debate. Like they claim to have the best barbecue, but I don't think a lot of the country agrees with that.
No.
They probably do like Memphis ribs and like Sweet Baby Ray's.
Yeah. I mean, a good Memphis rib is good, but I think if you asked 20 people what's your favorite style of barbecue, most people are
It's
not
Texas
gonna
or
say.
like
they're gonna say
Central Texas.
Texas,
yeah.
maybe even Kansas City.
Kansas City's up there. Carolina's
Oh,
absolute
yeah.
trash.
You think it's trash?
Yeah, vinegar based, and like I don't feel like
I don't think I've had
Now,
it.
is South Carolina and North Carolina different? Because I do kind of like the South Carolina mustard sauce. That's kind of like
I like that.
A
So
yellow
that's
hint?
different. Like North Carolina is like vinegar based.
Oh, okay.
And then South Carolina is mustard based.
Yeah. So I think overall the barbecue spaghetti, that was the most unique dish I had. But shrimp and grits from our hotel was probably my favorite dish. And whatever we had at the Hooker's restaurant in Clarksdale, go to Hooker's if you're ever in
So
Clarksdale.
here, how about this for a vacation recommendation? Start in Memphis, do a couple nights. There's some really cool bars, Earnestine Hazel's. Beale Street has fun bars if you're into that. Really good food, get some music history in you. Then do it one night in Clarksdale. Go to the blues bars, Ground Zero, Reds. Maybe stay at the Shack Up Inn. And then finish it off on the Gulf Coast, whether you're going to New Orleans ultimately or like Orange Beach.
Yes,
Gulf
but
Shore.
That's a
area,
nice southern
yeah.
vacation.
yeah, but I think like Memphis to New Orleans, is that like a doable drive?
It's
road
probably
trip?
about 5 hours.
Do a
Yeah,
a little
548.
road trip.
Yeah, no, I think that could be fun for a bachelor party. Probably wouldn't recommend it for a bachelorette party.
Not bachelorette. Bachelor, I think, would be. Yeah, I agree with that.
All right, well, if you're listening, hit us up with any more Memphis recs that you need.
Oh, and Memphis, a lot of super cheap golf courses that are nice.
There
if
you
you
go.
like, if
No
you
kidding,
like
I didn't know.
golf in that area, it's so much cheaper than most places in the country.
Okay.
All right. Well,
Stay out of Arkansas, though.
Don't go to Arkansas.
Don't go to Arkansas.
Do not go to
Yeah.
Arkansas.
But I heard the national park there is really nice, though.
I don't know
The
anything
cave
about
system,
Arkansas.
Oh,
one of the-
they have the caves and the hot springs. So
Yeah.
go to Arkansas too.
yeah, I'm not going to speak on Arkansas.
There's one place you don't go to. It's Kansas.
That's exactly right.
Yeah.
Kansas
don't go
is
to
the
Kansas.
least go-toable place in the country. I think every other state has like a you should see this attraction or piece of geography. Not Kansas.
Kansas and Nebraska, I think, are the worst.
Nebraska even has like on the west, it has like the sand hills and like Chimney Rock, which is cool. Kansas has nothing.
No. And I think northern Arkansas has part of the Ozarks. I think that
It does have the Ozarks, yeah.
Yeah. And that's where the Internet Invitational was, right? Was that at a place in Arkansas? Because people raved about that spot.
That was Missouri, but
Oh, Missouri.
Still.
Okay.
Soon Kansas will have the Chiefs.
Yeah, you're right.
that's it. That is something, yeah.
I got yeah.
All right. Thanks for watching. We're going to get into Getting Cultured.
Today's episode of Drop a Pin is brought to you by our friends at DraftKings. The NFL playoffs are here. Let's go. DraftKings Sportsbook is the official sports betting partner of the NFL. It makes every single moment feel better. This weekend, I am pumped because my beloved Jags are in the playoffs, which I did not expect at the beginning of the year. And I believe that we are going to beat the brakes off of the Buffalo Bills.
And now, if the Pats win, does that mean then it's going to be Pats versus Jags, or we're going to have a Drop a Pin Bowl?
I can't remember if it's going to be Jags versus Pats or the other side of the bracket because we're the third seed and you guys are the second seed. So I think it depends. I think actually it might be.
Yeah, there definitely is a chance we're going to get a
Oh,
a
no,
drop.
it'll be
I don't
the
know.
fourth seed.
Yeah, I'm so bad
Yeah,
at
I
this.
don't know.
But hey, who would have thought at the beginning of the football season that both of our teams would be in the playoffs?
No, but if we do play, we should go.
And like, do you know, like my dream is to go hippo mode at a Jags game. Have
Well, you guys would be the home team.
Yeah, I know it's a shame, but
That's happening next year.
Yeah,
We're going to
100%.
because I would love to take you around my hometown. I think we should do that. I think overall, you should take me to your hometown, and I'll take you to mine.
for sure.
And we could do a Florida like tour where we go from Jacksonville and then Pensacola because you've never been there.
I would love that.
Yeah.
And have you ever swam in that pool?
Yeah. Me and Francis went and did it. That
Let's
was
go.
actually a really fun trip because we got invited up to the owner's suite, and it was
How
like
did that happen? Just
because I know the owner, Tony Khan. I've known him before Barstool.
so he'd be able to get us in that pool.
He's the owner. Yeah.
Okay, yeah. So I don't even know how that works. You have to buy pool tickets.
So there's like a pool deck that you could go to out there.
Yeah.
And when I went to that game, me and Francis went to the owner suite and they had like Dom champagne. They had like the nicest food ever. And they had this big table that had all of these Tiffany champagne glasses that each one of the boxes had 4 Tiffany champagne glasses. And so I go to Tony. I was like, do we get one of these too? And he was like, no, dude.
Okay.
But yeah, so if I was betting, and I am going to be betting this weekend, the Bills, even though the Jags are at home, are getting 1.5 smash that we were going to cover, money line, whatever. I think we're going to beat them by 10. And you can bet all of those things on DraftKings because postseason's games shift fast. And with DraftKings, you have live betting options. You can get paid in cash. New customers, you bet just $5, and if that bet wins, you get $300 in bonus bets instantly. DraftKings Sportsbook, every single drive, every single play, every moment. Download the DraftKings Sportsbook app now and use the promo code DROP. That's the code DROP, and make sure you do that. because that helps us out. They track that and stuff like that. So when we give you a promo code, please use it to turn $5 into $300 in bonus bets if your bet wins. In partnership with DraftKings, the crown is yours.
We'll see you in the Jaguars pool next season. Drop a Pin is also brought to you by Blue Chew. Fellas, you already know what time it is. It's time to level up, and Blue Chew just dropped something crazy. I'm talking next level. Championship belt gold-plated energy. Blue Chew Gold is the newest innovation from the #1 chewable ED brand. This ain't your grandpa's little blue pill. I mean, my grandpa didn't even have access to a little blue pill.
No, I wish he did.
Dude, the game has changed. Even when I was growing up, I mean, if you want to, I don't know how you would even go about that. But now, thanks to Blue Chew and Drop a Pin, we are making it easy. So you can get your Blue Chew, where they take 2 ingredients for blood flow to keep that rocket pumping, mixed with apomorphine and oxytocin to turn up the arousal and connection in your brain and body. It dissolves under your tongue and works in as little as 15 minutes. That means you can get it on quicker and stay in the game longer. Elevation without hesitation. This is peak passion and peak performance in a single tablet. If your bed could talk after this, it'd be asking for a break. So make life a little easier by getting harder, and discover your options at BlueChew.com. And we've got a special deal for our listeners. Get 10% off your first month of Blue Chew Gold with code DROP. That's promo code DROP. Visit BlueChew.com for more details and important safety information. And we thank Blue Chew for sponsoring the podcast.
And before we go, that absolutely works. One of my buddies that I live near, he used our promo code and got some. Said he came his brains out.
Came his brains out. I'm sure pleased his wife beforehand.
Yeah.
Because I'm sure he was coming his brains out before Blue Chew, but now maybe his wife came her brains out too.
Hopefully.
Yeah.
That's the goal.
Yep. That's the
Let
goal.
it dissolve and get after it.
Yep.
As long as you use the promo code DROP.
Okay, because this was the Memphis recap episode for the Getting Cultured segment, I'm going to be answering questions from fans about the video. And I think this is something we should do every time we've had a video just drop, whether it's a video that me and Chaps do together, a video Chaps does on his own, one of my Wonton Don videos. It's a good way to just interact with our fans.
Mm-hmm.
So how it's going to work is Chaps will read off the questions and I will answer them.
Yep. So first up is our guy, Ben Corley. V is his handle. He said, "Loved Dyers. Did you guys off screen do any barbecue or the Lorraine Motel?"
Okay, we mentioned this on the pod briefly. We did go to one barbecue spot. It was called Cozy Corner. Unfortunately, I was not hungry in the slightest when we went there, so I can't give a great review. I feel like you got to be hungry to really enjoy barbecue, but it was good. I mean, it was good stuff, and I tried barbecue spaghetti for the first time, which was unique and something I would eat again. But yeah, I can't give too many takes on Memphis barbecue. Just wasn't hungry the one time we stopped in a spot. And then they asked about the Lorraine Motel. Do you know anything about the Lorraine Motel?
Nothing.
So that's where Martin Luther King was assassinated, and then they later turned it into the Civil Rights Museum, and seemed like a very cool spot. It did come recommended. And I think me, Nick, and KB do a good job of being respectful, but I just don't know, like, at the end of the day, Rediscovering America is a very lighthearted show, and I don't know how we would have made the Civil Rights Museum humorous.
You guys ever heard of the civil rights?
So we ended up not making a stop there. But if you're ever in Memphis, it comes highly recommended.
Take a razor scooter across the Selma Bridge.
Yeah. Yep.
No, probably not. All right.
I don't know. Is the Selma Bridge in Memphis? Is that where they had
that's in Birmingham.
Okay.
Or Montgomery.
But that's famous. That's where they did
the walk. Yeah.
Okay.
All right. Razorbacked ask you, have you ever been to Arkansas? It's really pretty. Didn't deserve the hate when crossing the Mississippi.
And we talked about Arkansas a bit on this pod. I have been to Arkansas. I went duck hunting there with Sydney Wells and had an awesome time. Apparently, Arkansas is the duck hunting capital of the country. Flew into the Bill and Hillary Rodman Clinton Airport in Little Rock. But I literally just went.
You think is that the only place that's named after the president and his spouse?
It's got to be. It's got to be. I mean, yeah.
Like maybe Franklin and Eleanor would have one.
Yeah.
Or George and Martha, maybe.
That's the only one that I know of, I think. And had a great time there. I went to a barbecue spot in Arkansas. That was incredible. I can talk about that. Wright's Barbecue. Check it out. Incredible stuff. They have that now, like 3 or 4 locations in Arkansas. But yeah, that's all I know. I went there. I duck hunted for a day, and I flew out.
All right. Next up is F Boone 76006. How much planning and persuasion goes into finding these unique stops? What are some of the most interesting places you've wanted to film but never got the approval?
Yeah, so I do most of this research online and from fans. We always ask fans for ideas. 2 websites I use a lot are called Atlas Obscura and then like Roadside USA. Is it called Roadside USA? I want to get this right.
Roadside
Yeah,
USA.
no, it's called roadsideamerica.com, and they've got all the weirdest, quirky little attractions in each state.
That looks like a website from 2001.
Yes, yeah, I'm sure it is.
GeoCities.
So I'll use that, and then Atlas Obscura. I want to tell Chaps about it when he starts planning his like solo abroad trips, but it's just got kind of like the weirdest, kind of off the beaten path spots in each like city or country around the world.
And speaking of that, we're going to do a full episode on how to travel solo because I've never done that and like vlogged. So you're going to give me a bunch of tips and how to do it.
Yeah, we're gonna plan a solo abroad vacation for Chaps on the podcast. And then what are some things we like we wanted to do but didn't get approval? For the Minnesota episode, we want to go to Orfield Laboratories, which has the quietest room on the planet. And we got in contact with them, and so they wanted like a few $1,000s just to film there. And I think we had to pay almost by the minute or something like that, some crazy price. And then they wanted a price that we had to keep on paying yearly for every year it was up on YouTube, which was insane.
They want royalties?
Yeah, they wanted royalties for the YouTube video. My theory, because I looked up on YouTube, and there was a YouTuber who went there like 5 years ago, and the video it like blew up. It's got maybe 28 million views or something. And I bet you they let that guy do it for cheap or free. And then they saw how popular his YouTube video was, and they were just like, oh, we need to get in on this if we're going to let more people film.
What would that bring in? 28 million. How much do you think that would bring in money-wise?
It varies off your CPM. It is... I can tell you now that I actually have access to this, I can see how much my Mole People video made.
Okay.
So my Meet the Mole People, 21.5 million. And I think since it's been out, $71,000.
What?
Yeah.
Dude.
Yeah.
So they probably did make that. So maybe like 75 for the additional millions?
Yeah. And it really varies. Like, I guess the Mole People, they like were able to put a lot of ads on it because sometimes, I mean, for shorts, you don't make that much at all. But
71,000.
It depends if your video is kind of like brand safe and if they can put a lot of ads, if YouTube can put a lot of ads in it or not. Like you could have a video with like millions that would only get like 1/3 of that or something.
Shit.
So I don't know. That is wild. I only learned that very recently.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
All right. Next one is in Leonard. And he said there are a few regions that you've never rediscovered mid-Atlantic other than Pittsburgh. Anywhere in the Rockies, Texas, West Coast other than LA. Obviously, it's trickier logistically than areas closer to Chicago, but any plans on tackling some of those areas?
For sure. I mean, San Francisco has to be one of the most beautiful cities in the country. It gets a lot of shit because it's like so expensive and filled with homeless people. So if you live there, it might be annoying if you're paying $5,000 for a 1-bedroom apartment and then there's like heroin needles on your block too. That's a true story. That's the deal with my friend who lives there. But that would be a great area. I feel like it's quirky enough. We could find some cool spots in San Francisco and the area north of San Francisco. Chaps recently went there on a day trip, so that video will be dropping in February. And then like further north, Portland, Chaps just came back from there too. If you've seen the show Portlandia, I feel like that kind of, even though that's not like a documentary,
It basically is.
Yeah, I've heard Portland is like extremely quirky. So I think like the type of people we could meet there would be perfect for a Rediscovering America.
Not exactly the biggest Barstool fans out there.
Yeah, I think I would just, if I reached out to people, be like, hey, we're with a show Rediscovering America, not say, hey, we're with Barstool Sports. Another dream destination would just be Appalachia, seeing how Nick and KB are from West Virginia. And I went and like helped build homes there for a couple summers in high school. And it's just, it almost feels like a foreign country almost if you go into deep, deep Appalachia.
The wild whites of West Virginia.
Yes, that sums it up well.
Have you ever watched that documentary?
No.
Oh, you would love it.
Is it okay? It's just about deep Appalachia?
Oh, yeah. Like covers a bunch of inbred families. Like legit. Like some of them are so inbred they can barely speak. Some of them can't. They just grunt.
I don't know if we've ever featured inbreds on our show. So that would be awesome.
Go to Utah too. They got some.
Yep.
Utah is underrated for inbred.
Does it have anything to do with the Mormons? Like
It has everything to do with the Mormons.
Okay. I know they like having a lot of wives, but do they do some inbreeding too?
Oh, yeah.
Okay. He mentioned the Rockies in that question. I'd probably save that for peaking, but rediscovering Colorado, I'm sure would be great. When we had Sam Talon on, he was like, so obviously when you think of Colorado, everybody thinks of Western Colorado, the mountains, the ski resorts, like Aspen, all those cool little towns. But Eastern Colorado is a completely different world. It's more just Great Plains. You could probably find some interesting characters out there. And last, I would love to do the Texas coast. Never been to the Texas coast, and I feel like if you just started in Galveston and then went all the way to the south, we could film some hilarious content.
Yeah, you would never see a good-looking beach, but...
Yeah, probably not some great beaches, but I mean, when we started the show, we were like, let's go to kind of like the worst tourist attractions in the country, the kind of like the least visited like spots. And so we would hype it up and be like, oh, America's forgotten coastline. This place is actually beautiful. And then see what ends up happening.
Brown water.
Yeah. Hey, I've swam in a lot worse than the Texas coast. So I would definitely be doing some hippo mode.
Yeah. And the last one, curious about how location selection works with sponsors. Do the sponsors come to you and suggest location/region, or is that all of you guys?
So for the first 2 seasons, we were sponsored by Labatt Blue Light, and they were just like, hey, just make sure 2 episodes of each season are filmed around the Great Lakes somewhere. So we did, for the first season, we did a winter episode in Michigan, and then we went back to Michigan in the summer, and we filmed in different parts of the state. We were, I think we went to the UP in both those episodes, but they look completely different because in the first one, it's covered in snow. In the second one, it's the middle of the summer. And then for season 2, we did the Erie coast. The Erie coast. I bet you the Texas coast is better than the Lake Erie coast.
I don't know. I've never been there.
Okay. Well, just the fact that it's at least on the ocean and not the shallowest Great Lake. But we got to go jet skiing on Lake Erie. That was cool. So that was our one Great Lakes episode. And then we did I think we actually had 3 Great Lakes. Oh, no, Pittsburgh is definitely not Great Lakes. And then we did Western New York, which was like Buffalo and Rochester. But for the other 3 episodes in both seasons, they were fine with us going wherever, which is why we went to Africa. We went to Alaska for the grand finale of the second season. Probably made the show a lot less profitable, bringing like a crew of 6 or 7 people to Alaska, but it was worth it for us.
Also, that's none of your business how much stuff costs.
Yeah, it's like, hey, dude, we got the green light.
Yeah, that's all that really matters.
Sorry if we went over budget. You guys said we could go there.
Speaking of upstate New York, have you ever been to the Finger Lakes?
No, I have not. My friend has a place there. He raves about it all the time.
Dude, you would love it. You would absolutely love it, and so would your spouse. Like, she would love it too.
Yeah.
Like the wineries that are around there, it's unbelievably friendly for hippo mode. Like, you go up there summer, it's like right around Cornell area.
Yeah.
It is beautiful. They got ice wine and Chardonnay and Sauvignon Blanc and Pinot Grigio. They have all kinds of, like, the red wine's not that great, but the white wines up there are amazing. Some good seafood spots. You can rent a boat for not that much and just cruise around. And they're really cool because they're glacier cut, so they're incredibly deep. Some of the deepest lakes in America.
And they're called the Finger Lakes because they look like 4 or 5 fingers, long and thin like that.
I feel like it should be raptor claws. To me, that's what it looks like. A claw just went down and scooped up a bunch of water.
And you know what actually made the lakes?
Glaciers.
Boom. Nicky Smokes did not know that. He thought, when I said they were made by the glaciers, he thought I was referring to the Glacier family, like the Rockefellers or something like that. He did not know shit about glaciers.
Whole different. The glaciers are melting.
Yeah.
Old Wizard of Odd head asses.
And then for this season, when we were sponsored by Crave New World, they want us just to go anywhere along historic Route 61. I don't really know the story behind that, but I know the founder of the company loved Route 61, and it's like Crave New World, discovering a new world, discovering the country, and it's a very historic highway that went all the way from northern Minnesota around Duluth, I guess is where it starts. It goes from Duluth down to New Orleans along the Mississippi. But we had already filmed the New Orleans episode, so we didn't want to go as far down to New Orleans. So we were like, let's do one episode closer to the start of Route 61. So we did Minnesota, and then Memphis, the biggest city on the Mississippi, seemed like a good spot for the second episode.
The reason why is because it's the 100th anniversary of Route 61.
Okay.
That's why they had it.
There you go. So that's when it was officially built 100 years ago.
Mm-hmm.
All right. That's probably when they started building all of the big highways, you think?
Yep.
Okay. One last thing, when they were like, is there any place you didn't get to go? I mean, we were dressed like Elvis in the opening scene. We did not do anything Elvis related when we were in Memphis. And that's because I think it's pretty tough to get permission to film in Graceland. I think the only production that is filmed in Graceland was the Elvis movie with Tom Hanks.
Mm-hmm.
And Butler, what's that guy's name?
Austin Butler?
Austin Butler. Did you hear Austin Butler got so into the character that he had trouble losing the Elvis accent after that movie?
Because I think it was Top Gun 2, Maverick, that they kept having to do scenes over again because he kept slipping back into the Elvis voice.
Damn.
They're like, dude, stop talking like
That's
Elvis.
wild.
But I can see that. Tom Hanks has said that too, that he did method acting with Forrest Gump, that he spoke like Forrest Gump for so long, it was kind of hard for him to get out of it.
Yeah.
I had that experience in 4th grade with Pig Latin.
Yep. Love a good Pig Latin.
Yeah.
I can still speak it.
Oh, wow.
Yep.
Bilingual.
Ow, hey, ooye. How are you?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. But my only experience with that is I lived with people from Liverpool for a year in China. And towards the end of that, I would just speak with a bit of a Scouse accent, or at least I was using all of their slang terms. And then it's weird. I moved back to the U.S. and a couple years later, now I can't even do a good Scouse accent. But if I was hanging out with them again, it would come back. There was one more dude, Mitch King, who we already addressed on the pod. Memphis gets a bad rep on crime. Did you feel unsafe at all? No, we did not. I guess we didn't go to any of the historically rough neighborhoods, and we didn't have any super late nights out after midnight. But no, seemed safe to me. And yeah, that's it. Thank you everybody for watching. Check out the episode if you haven't seen it yet, and check out our boy Mohammed, Sapphire S-Mod on social media. That's ESMOD. That dude is the man.
All right, we'll see you next time.
Peace.